national anthem, and we'll come back for opening tip-off. So stay tuned. This is Lady Tiger basketball on WPKY.
The 28 teams are here. All 27 teams have to go. Every brand we carry, every Chevrolet, GMC, Buick, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram truck has been marked down. 0% financing for 72 months or up to $10,000 off some miles. Come by, try Fuse or call 270-365-5522. You can also shop at tryfuse.com. Why haven't you given Triumph a try? It's easy. Call today, 270-365-5522, or stop by for a great deal today. Give Triumph a try.
You can always expect great things at Planters Bank. When we say expect great things, what we're really saying is Planters Bank is here to provide the financial services you need. Planters Bank believes in the strength of our community and is a full-service financial institution. Our employees have a true passion for helping our neighbors, and it's so. DJ Kepper and the rest of the Planters Bank staff at 208 North Jefferson. Planters Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
And we are back to the Cab building for today's action between the Caldwell County Lady Tigers and Calloway County Lady Lakers. I'll turn it over to Bob Hayes for starting lineups here for the first game.
And the Lady Lakers about to be introduced here to the crowd. Number 24, Keely Puckett, being introduced. And number 10 is Ellie Carson. Number 4 coming out, Brianna Emery. Number 5 is McKenna Friedrich, and the star of the Lady Lakers, number 32, freshman Charlie Settle. Those are your 5 Lady Lakers. And now for the Lady Tigers of Caldwell County.
Lady Tigers of Caldwell County. At forward, 5'5" guard, or 5'5" sophomore, number 12, Lucy Goffinette.
Number 12, Lucy Goffinette starting. Coming out first, coming out second is number 20, Bella McConnell. She's followed by number 31, J.C. Jaggers. And number 21, Jada Boyd, the 4th Lady Tiger coming out. And the final Lady Tiger, number 3, Peyton Young. Those are your 5 Lady Tiger starters. Lady Tigers and the Lady Lakers on the floor. We're ready for the tip, and to take us through the first quarter, Tiger sportscaster Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. Calloway County comes in at 10-3 on the season. They have a star in sophomore Charlie Settle. Already scored over 1,000 points in her career, or 4th in that first region. They'll take on Caldwell County, who comes in at 6-4. Tip controlled by Calloway County, and we are underway. Lady Tigers in a tight 2-3 zone to start this one out. Calloway dumps it down to Settle underneath, kicks it back out into the corner to number 5, and that's McKenna Friedrich, stolen by Jada Boyd. She's up for the layup, up and in, and Lady Tigers have the first bucket of the game. Caldwell County up 2-0. Calloway County quickly back down. They'll look over this 2-3 zone. Caldwell County really packing it very tight. Now they'll go out to the corner with Ford. Back out to the top of the circle. They try to get it into Settle. Stolen away again. 2 turnovers by Calloway County. Boyd down the middle, dumps it off to Jaggers. Left-handed layup, up and in. And a quick timeout by Calloway County as Caldwell County comes out with 2 steals and 4 points to start this one.
And that's what you want to see, Dennis, is turnovers and points off turnovers. And Caldwell County has not run an offensive set yet. They've capitalized on the 2 turnovers, gone down, one an uncontested layup, the other nice pass and nice assist by Jada Boyd off to JC. Obviously, Lady Lakers want to reverse the trend here, and so that's why they've taken the 30-second timeout.
We talked about Calloway County having the star in Charlie Settle, a 6'2 sophomore. Caldwell County is playing a 2-3 zone, but the wings on the zone on the back line is they're standing on the blocks of the lane, so they're really packing that thing tight, trying to keep them from getting it into Settle. Settle has to come out now, top of the key, puts it over right wing, or left wing, excuse me, 3-point shot up and no good, rebounded by Calloway County. They go back up over the rim, no good, rebound by Bella McConnell, and Caldwell County will bring it up court quickly to Jaggers on the left side. She'll take it in the lane, go up, blocked from behind by Settle, gets the ball back up and in. Good job there by J.C. Jaggers.
Not to give up on the ball after having it blocked.
6-0, Caldwell County Lady Tigers early in this one. Shot by Calloway County from about 12 feet out, no good. Calloway with the rebound. It's number 10, Carson with the ball, dumps it down inside to number 4, Brianna Emery. Gets it over, shot, no good. Rebound goes to McConnell, and she'll find Boyd. Boyd quickly back up the middle, drives the lane, and it's going to be a blocking foul against Calloway County.
Calloway County fouls number 24, Keely.
Foul goes on Keely Puckett, her first and team first. Caldwell County will take it out underneath their own basket, and Jada Boyd, Bob, she's going to drive that lane any chance she gets until you show you can stop her. That's her go-to move.
Exactly.
Ball comes into Jaggers. She pivots just below the free throw line, gets stopped, puts it back out to Boyd at the top of the key. Caldwell County reset. Calloway in a man-to-man defense. Boyd goes to the right, goes off a pick by McConnell. McConnell momentarily open. She doesn't see her, gets it back over to Jaggers. Jaggers stops and pops from the elbow, no good, and rebound to Settle for Calloway County. Settle brings it the length of the court, comes up, puts up the layup, and in. First points for Calloway County, 6-2 Caldwell County. Lady Lakers try the full court press. Boyd able to break it. Gets the pass back. Now they go inside looking for McConnell. Ball loose. Calloway with the steal. Up and no good, but the foul is going to be on Caldwell County. Number 24, Keely Puckett with the steal. Foul is going to go on Lucy Goffinette. It will be her first and the team first. 2 shots for Puckett. First one up and off the front of the rim, no good.
So that was a successful foul, Dennis, making her earn her 2 points at the line. She had an uncontested layup for about 2/3 of the way down the court.
Puckett's second shot up and nothing but net on that one. So 6-3 Caldwell County with 5:38 left in the first quarter. Calloway with that 1-2-2 zone press. Boyd breaks it, gets it over to Goffinette on the right side, down the middle of the lane to McConnell. McConnell with the layup up and no good, but tipped out of bounds by Calloway County.
You won't see her miss. That was a wide open shot. You won't see Bella miss that often at all.
No, just a little bit of a tough angle from right under the goal off the board, rolled off the right edge of the rim. Caldwell gets it in. They'll work it from Young. Young into Jaggers. Jaggers up and good over Settle. 8-3 Caldwell County.
And you're right, we're packing it in inside the middle. Calloway's going to have to beat us from outside.
Calloway with the 3, rebound to Settle on the miss. Settle pivots up from the left side in, and she's fouled on the play. So Settle will go to the line trying for the old-fashioned 3-point play. Peyton Young with the foul. Settle up and in. And a little confusion down there. 3-point play by Settle. Makes it 8-6 Caldwell County. Boyd gets it back to Young. Young gets it to half court. McConnell over to Goffinette. Goffinette up and no good.
Didn't take her time on the shot.
Yeah, Lucy a little bit rushed on that one. Calloway with the rebound. They bring it back up the court. And it's going to go out of bounds. They're going to say off of Caldwell County. So Lady Laker ball underneath their own basket. Caldwell County zones the inbound. They get it into Settle at 6'2". No problem getting it in her. She drives the lane, throws up the shot, but she's called for a travel on the play, so good defense by the Lady Tigers. Settle plays the point on this one. Actually, it's a 1-2-1-1 zone trap. It's the full length of the court, but Settle right on the point of that. They get it to Boyd in the corner. She's going to try to dribble out of it and does. Now to half court, Caldwell County with numbers. Drops it off to Jaggers, up and in. Caldwell County doing a good job being patient, Bob, with that zone trap.
It quickly turns into a 401 or 301 layup, and she's walking too. So
wild shot missed by Calloway County. Rebound comes down to Goffinette. She gets it to Boyd. Boyd drives the lane, and she's hit in the arm on the layup attempt. And Jada will go to the line for 2 shots. I like the strategy of Coach Thomas, really packing that 2-3 zone in really tight to try to give trouble to Settle. Boyd's first shot up and in. Caldwell County's lead out to 5 now at 11-6. Jada's second shot up off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound goes to Friedrich for Calloway County. They'll come the other way with 4:20 left in the first quarter. Settle pops it back out. Shot from the left wing, no good. Ball up. And nice rebound by McConnell. She had really good position on Settle. Gets it over to Boyd. Boyd goes up, and she's fouled on the attempt. Jada's got it in her mind to drive that lane against Calloway County, Bob, and she's doing an excellent job of it. Drawing a couple of fouls so far. Already 2 fouls on the starter Puckett for Calloway County. Jada goes to the line. Her first shot up. Rolls off the front of the rim and in. 12-6 as Caldwell County has doubled up the Lady Lakers here with just over 4 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Substitution in for Calloway County is number 1, Addison Hicks.
Boyd's second shot up and in. Jada 3 out of 4 from the line. Caldwell County's lead out to 7. Number 10, Ellie Carson brings it up for Calloway County. Caldwell County still with all starters in the ball game. Calloway works it down on the low post. Shot up and in. That's number 5, McKenna Friedrich. And Jada Boyd takes the inbounds pass. She'll bring it up the court, guarded by Carson. Nice pick. And they're going to call a foul on Lucy Goffinette. Goffinette came up, set a hard pick. They're going to say she didn't get completely set on that one. That's her second foul, so she will come out, and Carson Parker will come into the ball game. Carson put in good minutes yesterday, Bob, against
yes, and she brings
Ballard
in
County.
about 2 or 3 more inches of height too inside as well, Dennis. So
Calloway works it around that zone. Now they drive the lane, shot up, no good. Ball on the floor, loose ball coming out of there with it is Calloway County. They pop it out to Settle on the right wing, guarded by Young. She drives the lane, shot up and in. Just a good shot by a good player on that one, Bob, because she had good defense from Young as she was trying to get into the lane. But the shot up and in, 13-10 Lady Tigers. Jada Boyd's going to take her time bringing it across, picked by Parker at the top of the key. They get it to Jaggers. Jaggers back to Boyd. Back to Jaggers. She'll try to drive from the left side. Tipped away, stolen by Calloway County. They get it to Settle on the right wing. She's going to drive right baseline, up and in, and the lead's down to 1, 13-12, with 2:36 to go in the first quarter.
9 points for Settle of the Lady Lakers 12. You can see she's an important part of their team.
The reason why she's already scored over 1,000 points in her career. Ball loose, comes up with by Young. Young gets it back out to Jaggers. Jaggers will set the offense from the top of the key. Over to Young on the right wing. Payton tries to drive the lane, cut off, gets it back to Jaggers. Over to Parker, then to Jaggers. Jaggers drives the lane, running shot up and in. J.C. Jaggers with a nice move and a shot from about 5 feet out. And Caldwell County back out in front by 3.
And that's J.C.'s 10th point of the first quarter.
Calloway stops and pops from a free throw line. No good. And Caldwell County's Boyd comes up with the rebound. She dribbles through a couple of defenders, gets it down to Jaggers. Jaggers goes up with the shot, left-handed layup up and in, and fouled on the play. Nice start today by Caldwell County, Bob. I like how they're doing both offensively and defensively. They're really looking for Jaggers, and Jaggers is being very aggressive today. She's looking to shoot the ball, something Coach Thomas has had trouble with his team, trying to find somebody to actually shoot and put some points on the board.
And not only is she not afraid to shoot, she can shoot.
Right. Jaggers shot up, in and out, no good. 17-12, Caldwell County as Calloway brings it up court. First game today of 7 here at the West Kentucky Hoops Classic. Deflected by Boyd at the top of the key, but Calloway comes up with it. They've changed a little bit out of this 2-3. Now Young is trying to front settle the whole time she's up front. Calloway works it over to the baseline. Number 4 has it up and in. Brianna Emery with an 8-footer. And it's 17-14, Lady Tigers. 1-2-2 zone by Callaway County. They get it into McConnell. McConnell up off the board, no good. Rebound to Settle. Settle at 6'2", you're really going to have to block her out and push her away. And that should be a charge. They're going to call a block. I thought Bella had the position there, Bob. It looked like Settle lowered her shoulder on it, but they're going to call it on McConnell. That'll send Settle to the line. Her first shot up and no good.
That's what you call giving the star treatment, Dennis.
Yeah, it looked like she put that shoulder down right into Bella.
I mean, I don't know. That's definitely what it appeared to us, for sure.
Substitution for Callaway County. Kelly Underhill in the lineup. Second shot by Settle up and rolls off. No good. Rebound to McConnell. She gets it over to Jada Boyd, and Jada will bring it up court. Driving the lane, goes up, has it knocked away, steal by Callaway County. We're under a minute to play in the first quarter. Callaway County right baseline. Now right wing, top of the key, three-point attempt by Settle, in and out. Rebound, Callaway County up and in. That was number 25 just into the ball game, Kelly Underhill. Tall player in her own right. Lady Tigers up by 1 with 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. Jaggers with a 14-footer up and nothing but net. 19-16 Lady Tigers. Jaggers with a big first quarter.
14 points for JC here of the Tigers, Lady Tigers 19.
Three-point attempt by Settle off the back of the rim, no good. Great rebound by Bella McConnell in the quarter. So after 1 quarter of play, it's Caldwell County 19, Callaway County 16. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Lady Tiger basketball on WPKY.
Somewhere. And you're on your way somewhere at the same time. The cafe is introducing a new menu of recrafted espresso drinks, including the iced caramel macchiato, sweet caramel, drizzled over smooth iced espresso. Now chances are you're on your way to McDonald's. Nothing comes before coffee. Get any small from our new line of recrafted espresso drinks. Cafe quality for just $2. A la carte only. Limited time only at participating McDonald's. Cannot be combined with any other offer or any combo meal. Caldwell Medical Center Sleep Lab offers diagnosis sleep problems, including sleep apnea. 1 in every 5 Americans have significant sleep difficulties, which, when diagnosed properly, can be successfully treated. A few symptoms of sleep disorders include fatigue, morning headaches, impotence, frequent urination, irritability, memory loss, high blood pressure, and loud snoring. If you have some of these symptoms, we may be able to help you identify and treat them before they cause more serious health conditions. Caldwell Medical Center offers studies in lab and in your home depending on your insurance company's requirements. Call 270-365-0300 for more information.
And welcome back to the cab. Beginning the second quarter here. Lady Tigers up 19-16. Lady Tigers inbounded, and for the call, Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. Big quarter for J.C. Jaggers and Caldwell County as they'll take a 3-point lead here into the second quarter. Boyd works it around to Young. Young's going to try the left baseline, the left-handed shot up, and no good. Rebound comes down by Jaggers. Jaggers to McConnell. McConnell stops and pops off the board and in from about 12 feet. Good shot by Bella McConnell. Good use of the backboard. 21-16 Lady Tigers.
I love people who use the backboard, Dennis. The only way she could have made that shot was using the backboard.
Callaway dumps it in to Settle. She's triple team, gets it back out. Free throw line to number 10, up and in. Ellie Carson with an open shot. And I think Coach Thomas will take that, Bob. Get the ball out of Settle's hand, make the rest of the team beat them if they're going to.
All day long, Dennis.
Boyd slows the pace down a little bit, brings it up. Hits Young on the left wing. Young drives, puts the shot up and in. First points for Young. Peyton Young makes it 23-18, Lady Tigers. Young picking up Settle as she comes down. It's basically a 2-3, but you've got Young as a chaser to an extent on Settle. Settle now with the ball, dumps it in. Shot blocked from behind by Parker. This one's going to go out of bounds in front of Caldwell's bench off of Calloway County. And Bob, you mentioned a while ago when Carson came in for Lucy Goffinette, that adds 2 or 3 inches in size, and she was able to get the block from behind on Calloway County.
Lady Tigers really playing well, Dennis, much better than they played yesterday.
And they were going to have to. This team beat Ballard County, the team that beat Caldwell yesterday. Calloway beat them by almost 30. I think it was 29 yesterday in the Hoops Classic. As Caldwell County works the ball down, it's going to go off of Calloway underneath. It'll be Lady Tiger ball. But they knew they had their work cut out for them, especially against a star player in the first region like Charlie Settle. Young's got to get it in, finds McConnell. McConnell from about 12 feet up and no good. Young had position, just not the height, as Calloway comes down with the rebound. They'll take it right wing, drives the lane up and in. Got to stop the ball a little bit better than that one.
And that's the secret to when she brings the ball down the floor, you've got to stop the ball because she'll go all the way with it.
Boyd's going to bring it up. Calloway's dropped into a 2-3 zone, trying to slow Caldwell County down a little bit. And I'm sure to try to keep Jada Boyd from driving the lane so well. Shot by Young, three-pointer is good.
Well, so much for that strategy.
Peyton Young ties the nets up, and it stopped Jada from driving, but Peyton Young had the green light from the left wing, tied the net up with a 3, 26-20, Caldwell County. Jada Boyd at the top.
And
Young's going to come back out, drop Settle off to Parker.
We're back to our zone.
They dump it into Parker. Or Settle with a little baby hook up and in for Calloway County.
Somebody needs to front her, I think.
Calloway stays in that 2-3 zone. Over to Young. Young has it taken away on a pass to McConnell. Calloway brings it down. Now they're going to pull it back out. Good job by Jada Boyd to get back on defense. Settle pops it out to the baseline. Shot up. Wild shot. No good. Rebounded by Jaggers. Jaggers finds Boyd. Long outlet pass to Young. Young goes down against Settle. Has it blocked. Gets her own rebound. And Young will bring it back to set the offense up. She'll find Boyd at the top of the key. Boyd over to Jaggers on the left wing. McConnell flashes the lane. Young thought about it. They work it back around to Jaggers. Jaggers has it now on the right wing. Back top of the key to Boyd. And Coach Thomas wants a timeout to talk about how they're going to attack this 2-3 zone. It'll be a 30-second timeout, Bob, if we want to keep it right here for just a second and catch up. We want to welcome everybody to the second day of the West Kentucky Hoops Classic. Great action yesterday. You had everything. I mean, we came and saw a fight that turned into a basketball game last night between a couple of the academies. Some tense moments last night. The game stopped with about a minute 11 left in one of the contests last night between Aspire Academy and a team out of Texas. Some actual punches thrown last night. The referees stopped the game with a little over a minute left. Caldwell County played a great game last night against Memphis, fell behind early, played even basically after the first quarter against a tough Memphis team. We saw the Lady Tigers in a game with Ballard yesterday play a great first half and then have nothing coming out of the locker room after halftime. So a little bit of everything yesterday, but a great deal of action here at the cabin and a great tournament being put on.
And day one, I think you can have some doldrums, and I think the Lady Tigers encountered that yesterday, but they're playing magnificent basketball right now.
Young with a three-point attempt, no good. Rebound goes to Settle, and Settle will bring it up the court. 4:25 left in the first half. She dumps it down low, and that kid, Bob, we're going to do something with her. Kelly Underhill with a little left-handed hook shot up and in. Pulls Calloway back within 2.
She has some nice moves to be a substitute, Dennis.
Yeah, she came off the bench when one of the other players had some foul trouble. Shot by Young, no good. Young gets her own rebound. She'll put it back out to Jada Boyd at the top of the key. Back over to Jaggers. Jaggers over to Boyd to Young. Flashes to McConnell in the paint. McConnell up off the front of the rim, no good. And rebound goes to Settle. Settle will bring it up herself. Behind the back dribble from a 6'2" kid. Pretty impressive. Shot up and in, just inside the free throw line.
Looked to be a little bit out of control when she made her spin move, but she's got a deadly shooting touch.
So Caldwell County has seen a 7-point lead evaporate as it's tied at 26. 2-3 zone really working well for Calloway. Young again off the mark. This one's going to be tapped out of bounds by Calloway County on the chase for the rebound. Back into the ball game is McKenna Friedrich for Calloway County. She'll replace Ellie Carson. Young looks around, has to throw it all the way out to Boyd near half court. Boyd goes top of the key, gets it over to Jaggers. Jaggers thought about the three. Back to Boyd, back to Jaggers, just inside the three-point line, shot up and no good. And rebound goes to Underhill. Calloway quickly brings it back up with Settle. Settle guarded by Parker. Settle with a running one-hander up and no good, but Underhill with the rebound, shot no good. She's going to be tied up by Peyton Young on the rebound. And looks like it'll stay with Calloway County. Calloway looks to inbound. They'll get it to Settle. Settle with a spin move, shot up and no good. Underhill, though, with the rebound, puts the shot up, no good, but she'll go to the free throw line. Bob Settle is listed at 6'2". Underhill's got to be pushing the 6-foot mark. She's a tall kid, too, causing Caldwell County a lot of trouble with that much height under the goal.
I would say she's 6'2" herself, Dennis. She looks tall.
And referees getting together.
Oh, no, it's the dreaded referee conference.
I'm having flashbacks to football season here, Bob.
Yes, I'm still having flashbacks, Dennis. What'd you see? I don't know. What'd you see? Well, I don't know. Here's what I think I saw.
Let's get the coaches in and see what they think they saw.
Was she shooting? Was that the issue here?
If she wasn't, neither team in the bonus right now. Coach Thomas getting into the fray now as one of the officials went to talk to the Calloway County coach.
Now, what could the matter
Still
be,
some
Dennis?
confusion. I know that Underhill got the rebound and was going to go back up, but the referee never signaled whether it was in the act or whether it was on the floor. So now there's some discussion going on about whether it is a two-shot foul or out of bounds under the goal for Calloway County. In all honesty, Bob, I feel like Callaway's Underhill was going up for the shot, but
well, I thought so too. That's why I was looking down at my paper. When I looked up, they were deciding, well, what's going on here?
.248 left in the first half. Caldwell County trails in this one, 26-28.
Well,
no,
Coach Thomas.
No, they took the points off. They counted the basket, and the basket was no good. That's what the discussion was.
Yeah,
I just looked at the scoreboard.
There was no doubt the ball did not go in.
Well, they could have asked us.
Well, I mean,
bypassed all that.
That didn't take 15 minutes to give that answer.
Yeah. It is a two-shot foul, as Underhill was in the act of shooting, but they had counted the basket. So they went over and talked to the scoring table. First shot up, and Callaway's first lead of the ball game as the free throw goes in. 27-26 now, Lady Lakers. Bob, the game kind of changed when Callaway County moved into that 2-3 zone, caused Caldwell County some trouble from the outside. Second shot up and in by Underhill.
And that's Callaway's strategy, make us beat them from outside, not inside, because we were doing a pretty good job of that.
Yeah, Jada Boyd was able to drive the lane easily until they went to this 2-3 zone. Now she's having some trouble out front. Over to Jaggers on the left wing. Jaggers looks around. Caldwell County's going to have a little bit faster ball movement against this zone.
And we've got our people inside too deep. in the post to get the ball into them.
Calloway County really chases all the way out almost to the sideline. So if you whip that ball around maybe a little quicker, you'll get an open shot from the outside. Caldwell County finally works it into Parker, but her pass to McConnell goes out of bounds. It'll be a turnover, Lady Tigers.
And that's what you see when that happens. We get it inside, then we feel like we've got to make a pass rather than try to work a one-on-one move. Results in a turnover.
Yeah, if we could get Boyd to maybe just split that couple at the front, kick it over to Jaggers or Young. Calloway drives the lane, running one-hander, no good. Shortest player on the court gets the rebound up and in. That is Carson. Lead out to 4 now for Calloway County at 30-26. Jaggers with the ball on the left side. Gets it back out to Boyd. Boyd had Young open, but she's had the ball almost behind her head for a second. Jaggers gets it down low to Parker. Parker splits the double team, goes up, has it blocked, gets her own rebound. Misses the shot. On the floor is McConnell, and it'll be a tie-up. Possession arrow will stay with Caldwell County. Minute 24 left in the first half. Caldwell County at one point had a 7-point lead. Right now, Calloway's biggest lead at 4. Parker in the corner, back out to Boyd, over to Young. Young from the corner, she gets it back out to Boyd. Jada drives the lane, gets it to Jaggers on the right wing. Jaggers trying to crossover move, doesn't work, back over to Young. Parker had nice position, but it's against Settle. Gets it over to McConnell, no good. Ball's going to go out of bounds. It'll be off of Calloway County. I think we caught a break there, Bob, but looked like it might have been off of Carson right there, but we'll take every break we can get right now with 1 minute even left in the half. Into McConnell. McConnell up for 8-footer, up and in. Bella McConnell with a nice jumper from the lane.
A big basket there, Dennis.
Yeah, first points for Caldwell County in some time. Caldwell back with the 2-3. They work it into Settle. It's knocked away from the behind by McConnell, and it goes out of bounds off of Calloway County. Caldwell County will have it with 38 seconds left and a chance to tie this one or maybe go ahead with a 3-point shot.
And that's the importance, again, maybe having somebody to front Settle on that particular move.
Yeah.
You
I think
get the
Caldwell's
pass
done
in.
a great job against Settle, even though she does have some points. The kid is obviously talented.
And only a sophomore, too. That's the impressive part of it.
Right. Young with it on the right wing, gets it over to Boyd. A little better pass movement now by the Lady Tigers. Gets it to Jaggers, back to Boyd. Boyd looks at the clock. About 10 seconds left in the half. Back to Boyd to Young. Young's going to launch a 3 from the right wing, no good. Calloway County with the ball deflected on the outlet pass by Jada Boyd, out of bounds. 2.1 seconds for Calloway County to get a shot off. And they'll take it out at midcourt on the side.
This is definitely when we have to front Settle. If she's...
They get it into Settle. She turns, shoots, ball up, and no good. So at the half, it's Calloway County 30, the Lady Tigers 28. We'll be back in 3 minutes with first half stats and a look ahead to the second half. You're listening to Lady Tiger Basketball on 103.3 The Tiger.
National Bank. I'm excited to share I'm moving my office to our Princeton branch. That means the next time you're looking for a loan, whether big or small, you've got another convenient First Southern location to choose from. Be sure to stop by to see us the next time you're in town. First Southern National Bank has 2 branches in Caldwell County, 1013 West Main and 101 West Washington Street. Visit us online at www.fsmb.net. First Southern National Bank, Equal Housing Lender, Federal Registry 409-424, NMLS 1628379.
A holiday reminder from Penny Riley Electric. Before you connect any more holiday lights and decorations, take a good look at all the wiring and extension cords to make sure they're in good shape. Use electrical wiring and extension cords of the proper kind, and make sure they're not cracked or frayed. If you have any doubts about the wiring and connections, do not use them. Throw them away and get new wiring cords and connections. Help keep cold air out and warm air in with these simple applications. Weatherize and seal windows, doors, air ducts, crawl spaces, and if needed, insulate the attic floors and walls. Even a small leak or open space can make things uncomfortable. Keep your thermostat in one consistent setting between 68 and 72 degrees. Using the microwave is quicker, uses less energy than the conventional oven. Comfortable, energy-saving, money-saving tips from your friends at Penny Riley Electric. Penny Riley Electric, your touchstone energy cooperative.
Portner Gas Company is a full-service local and family-owned propane company offering services in Princeton, Cadiz, Madisonville, and Murray. Right now, Portner Gas is offering specials on propane. Portner Gas offers Holland and Napoleon grills, Dixie choppers, and they also have Red Max weed eaters. Contact Portner Gas Company today for all of your residential, commercial, and agricultural propane needs. Portner Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
This is Brad Harrelson, a financial advisor with Encompass Wealth Management. I've been partnered with the Woodall Insurance Agency for the past 13 years. In just the same way the Woodall Agency has worked hard to be your local insurance agent, I want to be the person you think of for your financial advice. So give me a call at 365-5541 or stop by our office in Princeton to discuss your financial future. You'll be glad you did.
Howdy, folks. It's me, Colonel Sanders. My KFC $20 fill-up includes a whole bucket of delicious Kentucky Fried Chicken, 2 sides of mashed potatoes and gravy, coleslaw, and 4 flaky biscuits for just $20. It'll feed 4 people. And it comes with a free bucket. And every time you use that bucket, you'll be reminded of how delicious that meal was. Now that's value. KFC, it's finger-licking good. And participating KFCs for a limited time. Prices may vary. Tax extra. Extra charge for breast piece and side item substitution may apply. Offer includes 8-piece chicken, 3 large sides, 4 biscuits.
This time of year, your to-do list is a mile long. Decorating, shopping, wrapping gifts, making cookies. The last thing you need is for your heat to go out. But if it does, don't panic. Just call McGregor Group Heating and Air. We provide fast and friendly service, and we'll have you back in the Christmas spirit in no time. Call McGregor Group today at 270-896-5044, or come see us at 960 Varmint Trace Road here in Princeton. Merry Christmas from our families to yours.
Have you been a victim of debit or credit card fraud? Farmers Bank and Trust can help lessen your risk of getting taken advantage of. As our customer, you have exclusive access to a security feature in our app that will allow you to turn your debit card off while you're not using it, then turn it on instantly when you need to use it. Keep your information safe. Log into our free app to use this feature, increasing the security of your information right now. Not a Farmers Bank customer? Come down. Let us set up your account and start protecting you from potential fraud opportunities. This is not a guarantee that your information will not be compromised. This is an increased security measure. Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
And we are back to the Cab building. We're at halftime here as Caldwell County trails Calloway County by 2, 30-28 here at halftime. Big first half for J.C. Jaggers, also a big first half for the star of Calloway County, Charlie Settle. Here with first half stats is Bob Hayes.
Dennis, a real interesting first half here, especially after we knew what Calloway, what the Lady Lakers did to Ballard yesterday, after Ballard came back and just dominated us in the second half yesterday, and Ballard goes on to lose by 29 points to these Lady Lakers, but the Tigers playing really nice basketball here, only trail 30-28 here at halftime, outscoring the Lady Tigers outscoring the Lady Lakers 19-16 in the first quarter, being outscored 14-9 in the second quarter. But that's not bad. For a long time, we didn't have many points in the second quarter, and we came on strong late to get those 9 points. So the Lady Tigers down here at half, 30-28. And for the Lady Tigers, they're led in the first half here by J.C. Jaggers. J.C. with 7 field goals, 0 for 1 at the free throw line for 14 points. 5 points for Peyton Young on a 2-pointer and a 3-point basket. 4 points on 2 baskets by Bella McConnell, hard-earned baskets, I might add. Jada Boyd with 5 points on 1 field goal and 3 out of 4 at the free throw line for her 5 points. Total of 28 points for the Lady Tigers. Only 4 Lady Tigers scoring for Caldwell County. Contrasting that with Calloway County, the Lady Lakers have 6 people in double figure, led by their star sophomore Charlie Settle. She has 7 field goals, 1 out of 3 at the free throw line for 15 points, 6 points for the young lady who came in the second quarter. 2 baskets and 2 out of 2 at the free throw line. Kelly Underhill for 6 points. 4 points for Ellie Carson on 2 field goals. 2 points for Brianna Emery on a field goal. 2 points for McKenna Friedrich on a field goal. 1 point for Keely Puckett on 1 out of 2 at the free throw line for Callaway Lady Lakers, 30 points. And Callaway County in the first half shooting 43.3% from 2-point land and 0 out of 4 from 3-point land. The Lady Tigers 12 out of 29 2-point attempts for 41.4%, 1 out of 6 from 3-point land, that being the field goal by Peyton Young. Turnovers for Callaway County amount to 5, and this is a key stat for the Lady Tigers, Dennis. Only 6 turnovers for the Lady Tigers through 1 half of play, and a pretty tight defensive effort by Callaway County. So all in all, the Lady Tigers are in this ball game simply because of their play, their hustle, rebound. The Lady Lakers only lead by 1 in that category. 19 rebounds to the Lady Tigers, 18 rebounds. So I think we have to be really happy where we are right now, even though we don't have the lead.
I think 2 points that you made right there really come into play. One, the turnovers. Coach Thomas has talked about turnovers. I listened to her post-game show yesterday with you and Eric. She talked about the number of turnovers they had in that loss. 5-6 turnovers in a half in a high school game. That's great. If you can keep that number between 10 and 15 in a high school game, you're playing pretty decent ball. You want it closer to 10, of course. But a good job by the Lady Tigers. But rebounding, when you've got a couple of 6-footers for Callaway County and you're playing a zone against them and you're able to stay within 1 rebound of Callaway County with that height, I think that's speaking a lot for the Jaggers and McConnell and those players underneath, Carson Parker, that are really getting it done underneath and giving Caldwell County some second chance shots or keeping Callaway County from getting those second chance opportunities.
And I think you hit the nail on the head, because Caldwell County, the Lady Tigers, are executing their game plan to perfection. It could be just a little bit better when Settle brings the ball down the court. We're not stopping her. She's making a couple moves to still continue toward the basket, usually winds up with a decent shot, and most of those attempts have gone in. So if we can stop her, and then when we're in a set defensive position and she gets the ball, we got good minutes, I think, out of Carson Parker in that half, trying to keep her from getting the basketball and have a free will, because Settle is going to tower over Bella McConnell, and we have really no height inside other than Carson when she's in the game. So a great half for the Lady Tigers. I'm just I thought after what I saw yesterday and what Callaway did to the Ballard Memorial, I don't know if Ballard was spent after our game or tired or what, but the Lady Tigers have played well today.
Yeah, a good showing so far. We'll see if Callaway sticks to that 2-3 zone that caused the Lady Tigers a little bit of trouble on into that second half. I want to remind folks we'll be on the air 2 more times today. Caldwell County Lady Tigers will play Corinth, Mississippi at 3:30 this afternoon. And then the nightcap of the West Kentucky Hoops Classic, the final game of the 14, has Caldwell County's boys taking on Dyersburg, Tennessee. That one here at the Cab tonight at 8 o'clock. If you can make it, come on out. Great setting here for some high school basketball these couple of days. If you can't, we'll have the live stream on WPKYonline.com.
And Lady Lakers have inbounded the ball, and for the call of third quarter, Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. Caldwell County comes out 2-3 zone. Callaway works it around to the right wing. They get it underneath the Settle, easily up and in on a nice cut by Charlie Settle. 4-point lead, for Callaway County. Lady Lakers come out in a 3-2 zone. They're going to bring that middle player out fairly high, but it's going to crash back in as she dumps down on McConnell. Caldwell works it across to Goffinette back in the lineup after coming out with those 2 early fouls. Shot from Jaggers from the left baseline, no good. Rebound to Callaway County. They quickly get it up the court. Back is Young. Young with a nice block defensively. She gets the ball, puts it back in the hands of Jada Boyd, and Jada brings it across. Gets it over to Young. Young with a 3-point shot up and in. Nice hustle on both ends by Peyton Young, Bob. She got back on defense, made the block, came down, found the open space for the three. 32-31, Lady Tigers trail by 1. Calloway works it around, open shot just inside the three-point line. No good. Rebound falls into the hands of Settle. She goes up and in. And when it falls into her hands within 5 feet, Bob, that's going to be hard to stop.
Yes, that's, you just go ahead and write down the 2 points because that's usually what happens.
Caldwell County comes out. They'll work the ball around this 3-2 zone. McConnell in the middle, but the middle player of that zone, number 5, Friedrich, really drops back. They get it out to Boyd. Boyd stops and pops from about 17.
I love that shot, Dennis.
Yeah, it's open for her.
Yes.
It's open for her. If she'll just take that confidence and put it up, she's got a good stroke. 1-point ball game. Calloway County works it in. Settle got away with a travel, drives baseline up and in.
We just have to cut her off. That's you just have to realize that she has 6 points so far in the third quarter.
Yeah, she's a 6'2" is what she's listed at, as Caldwell County has that pass get away from Young. 6'2" is what she's listed at. Quick though, Bob. She has good basketball moves. She can pivot. She can make the spin move. She knows where she's at on the court. And for a sophomore, she's going to be in the run for All-State mention.
And uses the backboard extremely well.
They dump it down low. Nice deflection from McConnell. Ball loose again. And Settle came up with it. Let's see if they're going to call a foul on Caldwell County. Foul's going to go on Jaggers. So 2 on JC as Calloway County takes it out underneath their own goal. Get it into Frederick. She puts it down the lane. That ball is going to go out of bounds. Looked like it went off of Calloway County. Brianna Emery.
Not only did it look like it went off, it looked like the person just threw it out of bounds.
So Calloway County catches a break. They'll bring it back in. Open in the corner. Shot blocked, though, as she tried to drive the baseline. Bella McConnell with the big block. Jaggers picks it up, gets it over to Boyd. Boyd's going to drive the baseline, goes up. Kind of a wild shot. This was going to be tied up underneath. But Jada went up the left side, tried to go up with the right hand at an awkward angle. No good. The tie-up, though, is going to keep it with the Lady Tigers.
But she was looking for a shot, and I love that.
Back to Young. Young has it swatted away by Settle back into the stands.
Off the trainer, I think.
Good for Peyton that she tried that shot, but that's got to be a bad feeling seeing 6'2" coming at you when you're trying to put up a 3.
Well, next time she'll fake maybe.
So Young has the ball on the left wing, gets it back to Boyd. Boyd works it over to Goffinette, back to Boyd. They try to take it into McConnell. She's hit from the backside by Underhill, goes down. So it'll be a foul on a Kelly Underhill.
And
Underhill had some great minutes for Calloway in that first half,
they started her the second half, so they were pleased with her play in the first half.
Inbounds comes to Jaggers. Jaggers off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound to Underhill. Calloway's wanting to push the ball now up the court. Wild shot, no good. Right back into the hands of Calloway County. Underhill has it now in the lane. Got away with a walk, stolen away
somewhere in there
by Lucy Goffinette. They're finally going to call a foul. There was more slapping going on there than a Three Stooges movie, Bob. But finally the foul called on Calloway County.
You know, whoop, 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 whoop to go with it.
No, I think these were landed. And referee's going to talk to number 24. That's Keely Puckett.
Wonder what the issue was.
Not sure she was unhappy with the call, but I'm sure after last night the referees have been warned to keep a tighter handle on everything after that fight last night between the two academies. Caldwell County gets it down to Jaggers. Jaggers thought about it, gets it back out to Boyd. Wide open from 17, shot up and no good. Rebound comes down to Settle. Settle can handle the ball well too for a big kid, 6'2", takes it behind the back. She brings it up to court, gets it to Underhill down low. Underhill with the soft shot, no good. Bella McConnell rips the rebound away, but it comes out of her hands and falls on the baseline. That's a tough break for Bella McConnell as she really fought for that rebound.
fought valiantly and hard as well.
And we've come to expect that so much out of Bella McConnell. Nice tip away by Goffinette as they were going out to settle. And it's going to be off of settle. They called. Now, I think he may change his call. Let's see. The referees are going to get together again, Bob. White ball. No, they're going to keep it with Calloway County. It was off of Goffinette.
Well, Goffinette hit it, but we don't know what it ricocheted off of settle or not. That's what maybe the one ref thought he saw.
Calloway puts it down. They'll drive the baseline. And she double dribbles. She got it right under the goal. Number 10, Carson, got right under the goal, realized she was open, wanted to come back out, but she'd already picked her dribble up. Calloway County is going to drop into a 2-3 zone this time around. That's what really got Calloway back into the ball game early on after Caldwell County had opened up a 7-point lead. Just under 4 minutes to go here in the third. Caldwell County trails 36-33. They have the ball with a chance to tie this one back up. Young, three-point shot from the left wing, up and in. And we are tied at 36. Peyton Young putting up a few more shots today.
Yes, an excellent three-point shooter.
2-3 zone with the chaser on settle. Chaser right now is Goffinette. They get it down to settle. She goes the baseline. Reverse shot up, no good. Gets her own rebound up and in. So a big game by Settle. You knew that was coming. It's just a matter of if you can limit her points and make the rest of the team have to pick up. Goffinette with it on the right wing, back to Boyd. To the hot hand in Young, up and in. She gets the nice shooter's roll. Three-point shot by Young gives Caldwell County the lead back, 39-38, with 3:04 left in the third. Lady Tigers in that 2-3 zone. Now it's more of a box and one now, as Goffinette is staying with Settle. Settle fouled on the play. In the first half, Caldwell would play that 2-3 and just let Settle drop off to somebody along the baseline, but now I think it's a full-blown box and one with Goffinette chasing Settle. Settle goes to the line for two, her first one up and in. Knotted back up at 39. Goffinette's going to come out, and it's Kelsey Ford into the ball game. Her first action here is Kelsey gets into the ball game. 2:50 left in the third. Settle's second shot up and in. Calloway County back in front. Several lead changes in this ball game. Lady Tigers will attack the 2-3 by Calloway. They really bring it out high on Boyd. McConnell from the lane, shot up. No good. Jaggers had nice position, but the length of Calloway County able to reach over and pull that one away. Settle drives the lane, running one-hander, no good, but Underhill underneath got inside position on Jaggers, able to put it up and in. 42-39, Lady Lakers. Ford on the right wing, back to Boyd. Boyd's going to get called for steps.
Critical turnover there because Jada pulled up and made the shot, but she did walk.
Calloway comes back. Boyd at the top of the key guarding. Calloway works it to the right wing to Carson. Over to Settle. Settle drives the baseline, going up against Jaggers. Nice spin move up off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound to Peyton Young. Quickly to Boyd. Boyd threads the needle to McConnell, and McConnell is going to be fouled on the play.
Nice pass.
A great pass to thread that needle between two Calloway players, getting it down to McConnell. Not a lot of fouls in this ball game, though, Bob. I don't think either team got in the bonus in the first half. Only the third foul against Calloway in this half. Into Jaggers underneath, up and in, and she's fouled on the play, so she'll get to go to the line and try to tie this one up. So Jaggers also having a big game today, Bob. She'll go to the line to try to pick up the three-point play. Foul was on Underhill. Shot up, no good, off the front of the rim. It was rebounded by Calloway, knocked away by Caldwell. The ball still loose. Comes over to McConnell. McConnell up and in from about 12 feet. And Caldwell County back out in front, 43-42 with a minute and a half left in the third. Calloway drives the lane. This one's going to be called on, I think, Bella McConnell. Bella had good position, just left her feet with the shot. And hit number 24, Keely Puckett, on the arm, as Puckett will go to the line. Puckett's first shot up and good. Both teams shooting fairly well from the line on limited attempts from the line today. Puckett's second attempt up and good. Lead back to Calloway County. Boyd brings it up. Calloway's going man-to-man. Boyd's mid at half court. Picked by McConnell. McConnell wanted the ball. Now Young with it. Gets it back down to Bella. Bella goes up strong. Up and no good. Nice rebound on the far side by Jaggers. Jaggers with great position right in between Settle and Underhill. JC playing a determined game today. Settle's first foul, Bob, as active as that kid is, just her first foul. First shot up for Jaggers, up and in. Parker comes in for McConnell. McConnell will get a well-deserved rest of about a minute and then whatever between quarters. Second shot up, and Caldwell back out in front, 45-44, 1:07 left in the third. Calloway works it right wing, back to Puckett. Puckett over to Carson. Carson has to come back out and chase it near midcourt. Settled fronted by Young, so basically you lose the second player of that 2-3 zone out front. They get it down to Settle. Settle with a spin move, goes up. Nice defense by Carson Parker. Caldwell County comes up with it. Good crossover move by Ford. And the shot up by Young, no good. Boyd chases down the rebound, and she's going to be fouled on the play.
I think Settle maybe picked up her second.
And it is her second with 34.5 seconds left. Caldwell leads by one. They'll take it out underneath their own goal, and it's a full timeout on the court. We'll take a 30-second break and be back. You're listening to Lady Tiger Basketball on 103.3 The Tiger.
Gloria Smith with the law office of Jeff Russo. Are you buying or selling real estate? Are you planning on refinancing your existing home loan? If so, you should be aware that you have your choice in which attorney provides the legal services associated with such transactions. Our law office has over 50 years of experience in real estate law. We pride ourselves on being cost-effective and having a quick turnaround time. If you're in need of such services, call us today at 365-2763 or find us on the web at www.jeffrussolaw.com. We are located in downtown Princeton on the east side of the courthouse.
This is an advertisement.
And welcome back to the Cab. 34.5 seconds remaining in the third quarter, and we have a barn burner here. Lady Tigers up 45-44, and the Lady Tigers will inbound the ball. And to take us the remaining part of the third quarter, Tiger sportscaster Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. I said Bella McConnell will get a break back into the ball game. Young takes it out, gets it to Jaggers. Jaggers out to Ford and to Boyd. Boyd top of the key against the man-to-man. She's going to drive, pick set by McConnell. Now she's going to go back out, top of the key. Really sticky defense by Calloway County. They get it over to Young. Young near midcourt. She'll break the time. Gets it over to Boyd. Boyd goes off pick, got a little space, drives the lane, and she's going to be called for steps, even though a lot of contact by Calloway County as she went across the top of the key. So the turnover gives it to Calloway County with 8.7.
I have to disagree with that call, Dennis.
Yeah, a lot of contact. Jada's going to come up, force the issue, make Calloway pick it up. They bring it over to Settle. Settle's going to try to drive against Jaggers, puts a shot up, no good. Rebound by Jaggers. Jaggers heaves it length of the court, and no good. So after 3 quarters of play, Caldwell County with a 1-point edge. It's the Lady Tigers 45, the Lady Lakers 44. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is Lady Tiger basketball on 103.3 The Tiger.
Hi, this is Pam at Cozy Living Interiors in Boutique in Princeton. This is the season for giving. We want to offer everyone a 15% discount throughout the store, excluding special sales through the end of the year. This is our way of saying thank you. We have a great selection of gifts, and Jake says, forget your fur babies. We have all natural dog treats like Hot Cafe and Jake's Corner. We offer a 90-day layaway, and financing is available. All of us at Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique want to wish you a very Merry Christmas. Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique is located at 235 Northfield Drive in Princeton, right next to the bowling alley. Cozy Living Interiors, everything a home should be.
At Morgan's Funeral Home, we offer safe and secure funeral planning. At Morgan's Funeral Home, we're staffed with experienced funeral planners who know and understand the different methods of pre-funding final arrangements. We can help you design a plan that fits your individual needs and suits your wishes and beliefs.
We're back here at the cab to start the fourth quarter. Lady Lakers inbounding the ball and take us in the fourth quarter. Dennis Stevens.
Caldwell County leads by 1 as we go into the fourth. Calloway works it back into the lane. Shot up by Carson, no good. Big rebound, hits the deck. Caldwell does. It's knocked away by Calloway County. No foul on the play. A lot of contact. Kelsey Ford hit the ground on the rebound. Settle has it, works it all the way to the far side. Skip pass across the court, and she's going to be called for steps. Number 24, Puckett, tried to drive the baseline, get it in. And it's going to be a turnover, Calloway County, as Caldwell will bring it up the court with a 1-point lead. Calloway's going to stay in that man-to-man defense.
Yeah, we don't know how to use the back screen.
And Boyd had the right idea there. She put the reverse dribble as number 10, Ellie Carson, was really overplaying her, tried to drive the baseline. She put the shot up, but Boyd, going about 5'5", up against the 6'2", Settle, no match as Settle knocks it out of bounds. Still Caldwell County ball. Young has it, gets it in the lane to McConnell. McConnell puts a shot up. I think she's blocked by Settle. McConnell gets the ball back, puts a shot up again. Underhill with the rebound on the miss, and Calloway back 1-on-3. And Ford with the foul. Probably a good foul because Ford the only player back for Caldwell County. And that foul is going to be called on Ford. It's going to send Brianna Emery to the line.
Not been there yet today.
Emery's first shot up and in. Unusual that she stands about a shoe length back from the free throw line to take the shot. But up and in, ties us up at 45.
Lady Lakers are 5 out of 5 in this half at the free throw line. Make it 5 out of 6.
Miss is rebounded by Peyton Young. Peyton's going to bring it up herself. Gets it over to Jaggers. Jaggers with the shot inside the arc from the baseline, up and in. J.C. Jaggers, big ball game for the Lady Tigers, and it's back by 2 for Caldwell County. Calloway works it around, back to the top of the key. Caldwell staying in that tight 2-3. That's going to be Settle with the three-point shot up and in from the right wing. The kid can do everything, Bob.
Everything.
Boyd brings it down for Caldwell County as the Lady Tigers trail by 1 after the 3 by Settle. Boyd pulls her dribble up at the free throw line. Young comes around to help. Now it's Peyton at the top of the key. Gets it to Jaggers on the right wing. Jaggers on a nice pick by Ford. Gets it over to McConnell, back to Jaggers. Jaggers standing on the line, puts a shot up, no good, and rebounded by Emery of Calloway County. Lady Lakers come back down. Settle with the ball, skip pass across court to Carson, or to Puckett, excuse me, to Puckett. Wide open to Carson from 12 feet out. Shot up, no good. Big rebound by Bella McConnell. Bella looked like she was fouled on the rebound. No call. Ball goes over to Boyd. Boyd's going to drive the lane like she did in that first quarter. Shot up, no good, and rebounded by Underhill. Underhill quickly back out to Puckett. Calloway County's going to slow it down. 5:30 left in the ball game. Lady Lakers with the 1-point edge. Puckett gets it down to Underhill. Underhill guarded by McConnell.
And they got her for charging.
Got the charge on her. So we'll take it. Timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout, so we'll take 30 seconds and be back. You're listening to Lady Tiger Basketball on WPKY.
Explain the different checking, savings, certificates of deposit, and IRA accounts that Fredonia Valley Bank has to offer. The Christmas season is a time for rejoicing, and Fredonia Valley Bank would like to express their gratitude to all our customers for making 2017 another successful year. Please come by and visit us during this Christmas season and help us to celebrate this wondrous time of year. 602 Cassidy Avenue in Fredonia and 226 Commerce Street in Edaville. Member FDIC
And we're back here at the Cab. 5 minutes, 22 seconds remaining to be played in the game. The Lady Lakers leading by 1 over the Lady Tigers, and the Lady Tigers will bring it the length of the floor when play resumes. And again, Dennis, what you wanted to see is what the Lady Tigers are able to accomplish. Just good effort on the basketball floor. For the call here is Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. J.C. Jaggers with the ball out front for Caldwell County. She gets it to Young on the right wing. Boyd cut, she's covered. They get it back out to Goffinette. Goffinette to Jaggers now on the left wing. They look it over. Man-to-man defense by Calloway County. A very sticky man-to-man, too. They get it to McConnell. McConnell tripped at the top of the key.
And the Lady Tigers are in the bonus and will be shooting free throws unless, it is 1-1.
So that'll send Bella to the line with a chance to put Caldwell County back ahead with a tick over 5 minutes left in the ball game. Underhill's going to come out of the ball game for a rest, which is great for us. McKenna Friedrich back in for Calloway County.
And she's comes out with 4 fouls on her.
First shot up, no good. Rebounded by Settle. Settle's going to bring it the length of the floor. Caldwell County had some trouble with her doing that in the first half, and she was able to drive the lane. She gives it up and puts it back over to Carson. Carson over to Emery, back to Carson. Caldwell County staying in that 2-3, but they've got a front on Settle. Skip pass over to Emery on the right wing, back over to Puckett. Puckett with the 3, in and out, no good. Bella McConnell almost had the rebound, goes to Settle. Settle with the running one-hander, no good. Ball loose, comes up to Calloway County. They get it over to Emery, 4:17 left. Calloway with the ball on the right baseline. Now they'll take it back out front to Carson. Carson to Settle at the top of the key. Good defense by the Lady Tigers. They dump it down in. Nice front by Bella McConnell. She knocks it away to Jaggers. Jaggers now on the break, dumps it off to Boyd. Boyd up and in. 49-48 Caldwell County with under 4 minutes to play. That all started with a nice front by Bella McConnell, able to make the slap away. Now Calloway works it down to Settle. She spins, has it tied up. Actually taken away by McConnell, but they're going to call the tie-up beforehand. And the turnover gives it to Caldwell County. 3:42 in the ball game. Lady Tigers with the 1-point lead. Jada Boyd's going to be met in the backcourt by Carson. And it's going to be knocked away by Carson. Out of bounds. It'll be side out for Caldwell County as Young comes out to take the ball out. Get it over to Boyd. Carson, a really good defender, Bob. And she's putting a lot of pressure on Boyd. A lot of contact at times. Referees are letting them go with it. Ball back out to Goffinette. Goffinette gets it into McConnell. And they're going to call a hook on Bella, I think. And kind of touchy.
After watching all the hacking go on, Dennis, there wasn't much in that forearm at all, if any.
Fourth foul on McConnell. That's going to get Parker up momentarily off the bench. I think she's going to get some instruction before she comes in. 2-3 zone by the Lady Tigers still. And Peyton Young's going to be called for the hold. That'll be 6 fouls on the Lady Tigers, so that'll put Calloway in the bonus on the next foul. McConnell's going to come out. Parker goes in. You pick up a little bit of size. Parker's going to take that middle spot of the 2-3 zone on that back line. Ball comes out to Settle.
Got to cut her off now.
Settle picks up her dribble. She's going to get it over to Puckett. Puckett comes up, gets it back on the left wing over to Carson. Carson to Emery. They try to drop it into Settle. They do. Up and no good. Tipped by Settle over everybody else. Tips it out to Emery. Now Settle with the three. In and out. Rebound by Parker. Parker quickly to Boyd. Boyd had Young out in front. Now she's going to try to drive. Three-point attempt back out for Goffinet. Goffinet with a big three with 2:32 left in the game. 4-point lead now for the Lady Tigers. That was a big shot, Bob.
Big shot and wide open, and she took it. That's really what I like to see.
And a block going to be called. I think that's on Goffinet, but I don't see it because, well, I thought that Carson really put the hook on Goffinet to try to go around her. 1-1 though coming up for Ellie Carson. McConnell back in as Parker comes out. Parker gets a seat right by Coach McDaniel and Fralix. It won't be long before she's back in.
It's an offense-defensive situation coming up, what the Lady Tigers are doing. First free throw was good by Ellie Carson.
High lofted free throw by Carson. Makes it a 3-point ball game. 2:20 left in this one. Great game to start out the day here at the West Kentucky Hoops Classic. Second shot up and in. 52-50 Lady Tigers. Young has it. She brings it across half court. Has it stolen from behind by Puckett. Now Puckett comes the other way. She's on the right wing. Look to the baseline. Cut off by McConnell. Ball loose. And Calloway County calls a quick timeout. 2:06 left in the ball game. Full timeout, so we'll take 30 seconds and be back. This is Lady Tiger basketball on 103.3 The Tiger.
Here's a reminder from your Princeton Electric Plant Board. Meter tampering is dangerous. Tampering with an electric meter is not only dangerous, it is dishonest and against the law. Stealing electricity by tampering with an electric meter may result in your arrest and can even risk your life. Tampering with meters results in increased utility bills that everyone has to pay. If you see anyone tampering with an electric meter, call the Princeton Electric Plant Board right away at 270-365-2031. Princeton Electric Plant Board, Princeton's #1 energy source.
Welcome back to the Cab. 2 minutes and 6 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Lady Tigers with a 2-point lead over the Lady Lakers from Calloway County, and really what an outstanding basketball game we've seen here.
Bob, this has been a great one. We kind of anticipated Calloway being a little bit stronger than Caldwell today, to be honest, because the way they put away Ballard County yesterday by 30. Caldwell, of course, losing to Ballard, but Coach Thomas has got the girls to come out today, buy into a defensive plan, and they've had the players take the shots when they're open. It couldn't be evident more than by Lucy Goffinet with an open 3-point attempt. Lucy hasn't shot the ball much, put up a great 3 and made it just a few minutes ago. So Caldwell County well into this ball game.
And we'll let you take the call here as the ball is inbound to Dennis.
All right, Callaway County has it. 2 minutes to go. Caldwell County staying in that zone. Carson gets it overside.
Whoa.
Almost a travel. They get it into Settle. Settle with the bump shot up off the front of the rim. No good. And Peyton Young fights for the rebound. She'll bring it up the left side. Gets it over to Boyd. Minute and a half left in this ball game. Caldwell County leads 52-50. Nice pick set by Parker. And it's going to be a timeout by Coach Thomas. She wants to set up the final 131 of this ball game. See what the Lady Tigers want to do with this 2-point lead. Bob, we'll keep it right here, as this game has been one of the more exciting games in the whole West Kentucky Hoops Classic to this point.
And it's going to be a full timeout by the Lady Tigers with 1 minute 31 seconds to go. I should add, Dennis, that Charlie Settle has 28 points in this game for the Lady Lakers. So with her contributions here have been huge for the Lady Lakers effort. But you got to hand it to the Lady Tigers. Playing well, playing with effort, playing with confidence, taking the shots when we're open, and not afraid to shoot the ball. That's the thing that really pleases me.
And I don't know where the turnovers stand. Caldwell County with only 6 in the first half.
Yeah, we have
that's been a big key.
We have 5 here in the second half, as well as Calloway, so we're evened up in that category.
So no lost possessions in effect for Caldwell County in this one, as they come out of the timeout leading 52-50. Calloway comes in to today at 10-3 on the season. Caldwell County at 6-4.
Yeah,
Lady Tigers will have the ball side out. And 1:31 left to go. Jaggers with the ball. She's fronted by Settle. They get it into Goffnet, over to McConnell. McConnell's going to take it back out to Young. Bella had a shot from about 6 feet. Decided to take some time off the clock. Gets it back out to Young. Young over to Jaggers. They'll run a little weave out front. Gets it over to Boyd. Boyd guarded closely by Carson. Now they get it to Young. Young drives it in a little bit. Back out to Boyd. 1:08 left. Boyd gets it over to Jaggers. 3-man weave out front. Caldwell County will take a layup if they give it to them. Otherwise, they're going to make Calloway either go for the steal or for the foul. We're under a minute to play. 52-50 Lady Tigers. Jaggers with the ball out front. She's guarded by Settle. She'll break the timeline now. It's going to be a foul on Calloway County. And that one's going to go on Carson. So Jaggers, I think, is the one that goes to the line for the 1-and-1, and she'll try to make this a 2-possession ball game.
But it's the one bonus. The next foul against the Lady Lakers will put us at the 2-shot bonus.
Right, nine fouls for Calloway County. Double bonus coming up for the Lady Tigers on the next foul. Jaggers' first shot up and in. 3-point lead now for the Lady Tigers. 41.7 seconds. Big shot here, Bob. She can make this a 2-possession ball game. Second one is up, rolls off the rim, rebounded by Settle. Settle gets it out to Emory. Emory guarded on that far side, and Calloway County is going to take a timeout to talk this one over with 33.2 seconds. So Bob, Caldwell County took the timeout with just over a minute play, about a minute 31, I think it was. They ran a 3-man weave at Calloway County. Had to foul them to get the ball back. Jaggers made 1 out of 2, so it's a 3-point lead for the Lady Tigers. Now defensively, you know Caldwell County is going to have to keep an eye on Settle.
We're
coming out of this timeout, you know Callaway is going to go to her in some form or fashion.
Anybody else can score, Dennis, if I'm coaching a team, but we have to blanket Settle.
Yeah.
3-point lead, unless she wants to play from behind the 3-point line, we'll let her do that all day long. But inside, we've got to be in front of her, be behind her, and when she wheels to the side, we have to have a lady on either side where she's going to go.
Yeah, still 33 seconds left. They don't have to go for the 3 quickly. They've got time to take it into Settle for the 2 and then commit the foul. We'll see what they do. Calloway inbounds the ball far side. Caldwell County comes out defensively. They dump it in underneath to Emory. Emory up and in underneath. She got wide open some way. They got the ball to her. She goes up, puts it in, and she'll go to the free throw line. And I think that's going to be all for Bella McConnell, as Bella tried to recover and went for the block on Emory. She commits the foul, so that's 5 on her. And that's going to bring Kelsey Ford in place of McConnell.
Emory's first basket of the second half. She's 1 out of 2 at the line in this half. So
we talked about her standing well behind the free throw line. She puts a spin on it. Shot up and rolls off. No good. Rebounded by Goffinette. Goffinette double team, finds Jaggers. Now JC's got to get it across the timeline. Callaway County's going to have to foul her. Good job by Jaggers. She's fouled on the far sideline, and that'll send JC to the free throw line. Or I think maybe Melissa called time. You think Coach Thomas called timeout?
Who did?
So,
who was a foul on?
No foul on anybody. I think Coach Thomas
okay.
called the timeout from the bench with 13.4 left, and Caldwell County with the 1-point lead.
And will have possession of the ball when play resumes.
The thing is, though, Bob, you made the point a while ago, 9 fouls right now for Calloway County. When they do foul, and they'll have to have a chance in this, Caldwell County will go for the line for 2 shots. Coach Thomas drawing the play up on the sideline. It was just a 30-second timeout, but a great effort all around by Caldwell County. They've cut down on the turnovers. They played great defense. They bought into the plan today defensively on Settle, even though she's put up, 28 points, you said. But they've also taken the shots when they've been open. Caldwell County will line it up far sideline. 13.4 left in this one. They get it into Boyd. Boyd's going to dribble it around, and she's going to be fouled out front. It's either Settle or Carson.
This is where you'd like to have a good game of keep away, Dennis. Not going to the free throw line, but playing keep away.
Yeah, we used up about 4 seconds on the clock on that one, so Jada Boyd will go to the line for 2 shots. Boyd's first one up, rolls off, rims around, falls off to the side, no good. And Calloway County is going to try to ice her a little bit on the second one, and they'll set up a play. This shot's going to be big, Bob, because you assume if it's a miss, Calloway County likely will get the rebound with the size they put on the court with Settle and Underhill. If she makes this one, it's a 2-point ball game. They've got to get back, play smart defense, and just try to keep it out of the hands of Settle as Calloway County comes back down. But a lot riding on this shot.
Exactly, Dennis. And you got 2 ways you can set this up. If it's a make, if we make it and go up by 2, I think you want to pressure the ball up the floor as much as you can.
Right.
You keep it out of Settle's hand as much as possible. If you miss it, the clock continues to run, and you've got to get back on defense to protect our inside. You know, anybody can beat us but Settle, in my opinion.
Whistle blows with 9.4. Boyd will go back to the line for her second free throw. Coming up right after this game, it's going to be Ballard Memorial and Corinth, Mississippi in another girls matchup. We'll be back on the air at 3:30 this afternoon for Corinth, Mississippi and these same Lady Tigers. Boyd at the free throw line for her second free throw. Shot up and airballs it.
Jeez.
A lot of nerves on that one for a young kid. Caldwell County is going to bring the pressure defense. They will drop Ford and Young back. Calloway County puts it in the hands of Puckett. Puckett brings it up the court, back over to Carson. Carson gets it around to Puckett. Puckett inside the arc. Shot up, no good. Rebound up and no good, and Caldwell County wins it. Time runs out. And it's the Lady Tigers with the big win, 53-52 over Calloway County. They did what they had to do, Bob. They brought it the length of the floor, but Caldwell made them keep it out of the hands.
But Settle had a pretty decent effort at the rebound to go in and just shot it a little too hard. Great win for the Lady Tigers.
I think it's a huge win. It's a signature win for these Lady Tigers.
Absolutely.
To get this one over a 10-3 Calloway County squad with one of the best players in the first region.
Direct your attention to center court while we will present our...
They'll have the players of the game, sponsored by Polly Eyes Pizza. They do this after every ball game in this West Kentucky Hoops Classic. I'll be shocked if it's not Charlie Settle for Calloway County.
If it's
I would have
anybody else.
to say Jaggers. Charlie Settle, 28 points, 14 rebounds.
Peyton Young with 4 big threes may be a candidate.
And for Caldwell County with 21 points and 6 rebounds,
JC
Jaggers, 21.6 rebounds. She gets the player of the game for Caldwell County. And I'm sure we'll have an elated Coach Thomas up here in a little while to talk about the effort by these Lady Tigers. Bob, they did everything as well as they could. They left everything on the floor in this contest. And the biggest win, I think, by far of the season so far for Caldwell County. 53-52 over Calloway County.
By far.
Let's see, does Calloway County play again this afternoon? I don't think they do. I think that's going to do it for Calloway County. The Lady Tigers will be back in action at 3:30 this afternoon, and we'll be here for that one. We'll stay on board here and get the stats from Bob and also talk to Coach Thomas, I'm sure. We'll take a quick break and be back in 2 minutes while we total up some stats. So come on back with us and hear the stats and talk to Coach Thomas. Back in 2 or back in 3? You want to go with 3? Okay, we'll go with 3. This is Lady Tiger basketball on 103.3 The Tiger.
Teams have to go. Every brand we carry, every Chevrolet, GMC, Buick, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram truck has been marked down. 0% financing for 72 months or up to $10,000 off some models. Come by, try shoes, or call 270-365-5522. You can also shop at tryshoes.com. Why haven't you given Trice a try? It's easy. Call today, 270-365-5522, or stop by for a great deal today. Give Trice a try.
You can always expect great things at Planters Bank. When we say expect great things, what we're really saying is Planters Bank is here to provide the financial services you need. Planters Bank believes in the strength of our community and is a full-service financial institution. Our employees have a true passion for helping our neighbors, and it shows. See Jake Pepper and the rest of the Planters Bank staff at 208 North Jefferson. Planters Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hello, my name is Charlotte Cummings, and I am a certified enrollment specialist at Community Medical Corp. Open enrollment is here and running through December 15th. Are you unsure of what is available to you? Overwhelmed by the process? Finding the right plan can be very difficult, but I am here to help. Please give me, Charlotte Cummings, a call at 270-365-0227. I can help guide you through step-by-step, making sure you get the best possible plan and help you. Remember, the sign-up window is short this year, so call now. Community Medical Clinic, partnering with you for all your health care.
Chances are you're on your way somewhere. And you're on your way somewhere at the same time the cafe is introducing a new menu of recrafted espresso drinks, including the iced caramel macchiato, sweet caramel, drizzled over smooth iced espresso. Now chances are you're on your way to McDonald's. Nothing comes before coffee. Get any small from our new line of recrafted espresso drinks. Cafe quality for just $2. A la carte only. Limited time only at participating McDonald's. Cannot be combined with any other offer or any combo.
Caldwell Medical Center Sleep Lab offers diagnosis for a variety of sleep problems, including sleep apnea. 1 in every 5 Americans have significant sleep difficulties, which, when diagnosed properly, can be successfully treated. A few symptoms of sleep disorders include fatigue, morning headaches, impotence, frequent urination, irritability, memory loss, high blood pressure, and loud snoring. If you have some of these symptoms, we may be able to help you identify and treat them before they cause more serious health conditions. Caldwell Medical Center offers studies in lab and in your home depending on your insurance company's requirements. Call 270-365-0300 for more information.
And welcome back to the CAB building here. We're in between games here. Lady Tigers with a thrilling victory over the Lady Lakers from Calloway County, and Coach Thomas has joined us. And I'm going to turn it back over to Dennis for the interview.
Thank you, Bob. We'll let Coach Thomas get suited up here in the headphones. But Coach, congratulations, and I'm just wondering, did you record your pregame speech?
Well, I wish I had. Clicked. I'm trying to remember what I said. No, these girls came to play today. We finally put 2 halves together, and this is our best win to date. I'm really proud of my squad. They laid it all out there, and they wanted this win, and that's a hard thing for 11 o'clock in the morning, game. And I can't say enough about the heart and soul of this basketball team.
We have so many positives we could talk about today. One, you came out, we noticed, in a very tight 2-3 zone. Had a little bit of a chaser against Settle, but that zone was packed into the blocks on both sides to try to keep Settle, I'm assuming, from getting on the boards very much, getting the easy shots down low.
Yes, I mean, she's averaging 25 a game, and so we knew that going in. We had to try to contain her. We knew we couldn't stop her.
Right.
And we tried to limit her touches, and she got loose. She's a phenomenal player.
She's
the best player that we've seen this year, and it's fun to play and win against a team that has a player of that caliber.
But you talk about doing a great job defensively. You had so many pluses today. We got to point out, of course, J.C. Jaggers right off the bat. She came out shooting the ball well, had some confidence, was not putting up any bad shots. She was taking quality shots. She had a big game with 21 and 6 on the night.
She did, and she let the game come to her. And she's been struggling a little bit from the field, and she finally, just settled in, let the game come to her, took her open shots, and really come up big for us offensively. And that's the key to this team. We've got to have points on the board. Yesterday, when it went cold, and today it went cold, and when they went to their 2-3 zone. And fortunately for us, we were able to hang in long enough to where we got the lead, and they had to come out and guard us man-to-man. And that freed us up a little bit to run our offense and let our offense work for us.
A couple of other players I want to mention. Of course, they did switch to that 2-3 zone in the second quarter, caused you a little trouble. You stayed close, though. I think their biggest lead of the morning was 4 points, so a good job defensively. Bella McConnell was fighting inside against players, not only Settle, but Underhill had to go 6'1".
Yeah.
And they had some size underneath. Bella McConnell's play underneath was also great this morning.
Bella's our most consistent player. You know what you got with Bella, and she's going to fight hard, tooth and nail. She's going to give it all she's got. She battles. She's 5'2", and she's battling 6'2" players. Those kids had a foot on her, but she made herself known there in the middle, and she's so strong for us. And the player of the game, other than JC's awesome offensive performance, is Peyton Young.
Right.
Peyton Young, I couldn't be more proud of her because of her defensive effort. I mean, when Settle was on her side, Settle was shut down, and she finally, for the first time, allowed her defense to get her going offensively, and she missed 3 shots in a row and kept shooting.
Right.
And that's something we've been in her head, trying to get her to that point. Now I told her in the locker room, let's not make this be a one-time thing. This needs to become who you are, because she's a great player, and sometimes she lets her head control her too much, and she needs to go play because she can play.
You're absolutely right. You and I had a chance to talk yesterday about you were having trouble getting this team to shoot the ball, and you were kind of begging them to shoot in a sense, but Peyton did a great job today of putting the shot up. But another player, when we talk about the players kind of buying in to go ahead and take the open shot today, Lucy Goffinette, who hadn't shot the ball hardly any of the game, made a huge 3 late in this ball game.
And that's her role for us. Her role is to be a defensive stopper and come in and knock down a wide open shot. They left her wide open. She had confidence. And you want to talk about pregame speeches? That was my pregame speech today, is confidence. Let's play with confidence. Let's play to win. Know your role on this team and be confident in that. There's a reason you have that role. And everybody in this room knows what your role is, because we've communicated that with you. Play your role and be confident. There's a reason we gave you that job. It's because you're good at it. Now go do it. And so
they did good.
They did.
Great effort today all around. The last player we'll talk about today, Carson Parker's giving you good minutes. She played great at times yesterday, put you in some good minutes today, especially when Lucy had to come out early in the ball game with the 2 fouls. Carson came in off the bench. Great minutes for a kid that young.
I'm hard on Carson, because I'm pushing, because at times she's the best athlete on the floor, and she can flat move and jump and run and be physical. And so we're working with her, and she's giving us good minutes. She's going to get time because she's so athletic. She can defend, she can get rebounds. She's the only kid I got that goes up with 2 hands to get a rebound. And, she's very, very valuable to us. I thought Kelsey Ford came in, hadn't played a whole lot here lately, and she came in, gave us some valuable minutes. We gotta keep having those kids come in off the bench and be productive for us. And we were able to get that. I didn't go as deep into my bench as I normally do, but just because the situation didn't warrant it. But I've got several on the bench that didn't get in that I feel confident that I could put in, and they can go in and get the job done as well.
Well, everybody you put in today, Jada Boyd started out the game driving the lane. She did a great job doing what she does best. So everybody bought in today, but the turnovers, I'm not sure what the total was. You were somewhere around the dozen mark. And I'm sure against a team as good as Calloway County coming in at 10-3, a dozen is respectable.
Absolutely. We've struggled with that at times as you're taking care of the basketball, but that's Jada. That's Jada Boyd. Jada Boyd is making really good decisions right now. She's making, every now and then she'll get herself caught up in a bind, but she's making really good decisions on when to drive it, when to not. when to pass, where to pass, who can catch it. That's a lot. Point guard's got a huge task. They got to do a lot of things at once, and plus they got me in their ear all the time. So that's an added stressor for her. But she's really growing up and becoming the point guard that we've desired for her to be.
Well, I'm sure this team is elated. They'll come back at 3:30 this afternoon, play a tough Corinth, Mississippi team.
Absolutely. You know, competition in this tournament is really good.
Right.
And we got to go get off our feet for an hour or so, and then we're going to go at it again. When you play the third game in 2 days, it becomes a matter of wills.
Right.
It's going to be who's got the heart, who's going to step up and play through it when that monkey jumps on your back. It's going to jump on our backs.
Right.
So we got to be prepared for that and fight through it, and I think this team will.
Then after that, you're off till I think the 4th of January. You come in 3 straight home games here, starting off with Dawson Springs as we started getting into some district play. But you've got to like where this team's at right now in December.
I do. I really like this team. I say that every time we have an interview.
I like it too. They're a fun bunch to watch.
They just really are. And our district is wide open. You know, we've had some really tight scores if anybody's looking at the scores. Central beat Madisonville. Madisonville almost lost to Dawson. So all 3 of those schools are, you know, have been really tight, and so it's going to be a battle. It's going to be fun.
It is fun bunch to watch. Well, Coach, again, congratulations from us. We hope to be talking to you about another win here in about 4 hours or 4 or 5 hours. So
thank you, guys.
Get out with the girls. Coach Thomas here with us today after a big 53-52 win over Calloway County. Moves Caldwell County to 7-4 on the season, and the loss drops Calloway County down to 10-3 as Bob gets the headset back on, and we'll have the game stats. Bob, Coach Thomas tickled with just about every player on that team. She said each one did the role that they have to about the best of their ability today, and that was the biggest win so far this season and a huge team win.
Oh, absolutely, Dennis. I don't know how you can find anything that went wrong today. The effort was there, the determination was there, a couple, 3 times that we maybe could have done better with fronting Settle. But you just have to dismiss that because that's going to happen. She gets her 28 points and doesn't look like it's a big, hard chore for her to do that. And yet on the last play of the game, the last shot that she had when she rebounded that miss, she had it wide open underneath the basket. Little contestant going on from the Lady Tigers, but she's made that shot all day long. And this particular time, it did not go down to much to the happiness of the Lady Tigers.
Right.
And for the Lady Tigers today, scoring-wise, 21 points from J.C. Jaggers, a real all-around strong game. 14 in the first half, 7 in the second half for her 21. 14 for Peyton Young, 5 in the first half, 9 in the second half on 3 3-point field goals coming at crucial times. 14 points, 3 points from Lucy Goffnet on a crucial 3-point basket in the fourth quarter to take our lead back to 4 points. 6 points for Bella McConnell, who worked hard all day long in the post guarding Settle, fouling out with 6 points, 4 in the first half, 2 in the second half, and 9 points for Jada Boyd, 5 first half, 4 second half, total of 9, and just an all-around great game and really critical minutes from Carson Parker, who did not score today but really had an impact on this game when she was in down low. And I felt like Casey Ford the same way when she was in. She brought some strength, some determination, and just a muscle, if you will. And again, Settle had to contend with that. And Lady Tigers, as Coach Thomas says, getting great games from everybody playing their role, fulfilling their role, and that's what it leads to is a victory for the Lady Tigers. For Calloway County, the Lady Lakers again led by Charlie Settle with 28 points, 15 first half, 13 second half, and no other Lady Laker got into double figures. 8 points for Kelly Underhill, 6 in the first half, 2 in the second half. For her, 8. 6 points for Ellie Carson, 4 first half, 2 second half. 5 points for Brianna Emery, 2 first half, 3 in the second half. 2 points for McKenna Friedrich, that coming in the first half, and 3 points for Keely Puckett. 1 point in the first half and 2 in the second half, total of 3 points. The Lady Tigers and the Lady Lakers both combined to score 8 points in the fourth quarter. the Lady Tigers with 17 in the third to Calloway's 14. Was enough to erase the 2-point Lady Laker lead at half. Caldwell County outscoring the Lady Lakers by 3 points in the second half and end up winning this game 53-52. For the game, the Lady Lakers 20 out of 56 from the floor for 35.7, 1 out of 9 from three-point range, 11.1%, and 11 of 16 from the free throw line, 68.8%. The Lady Tigers shooting 21 of 50 for 42%, 5 out of 13 from three-point land, 38.5%, and at the free throw line a little bit under 50%, 6 out of 13 for 46.2%. Total rebounds almost a dead even. The Lady Lakers with 38, the Lady Tigers with 36. Turnovers for the game, the Lady Lakers with 13 and the Lady Tigers with 13. So as we were all through the game, we were mentioning that turnovers would be a key, and so they didn't get 5 or 6 or 8 or 10 extra possessions when the Lady Tigers would turn it over, evened out. So a great win for the Lady Tigers all the way around.
Yeah, that was probably, well, Coach Thomas said, the biggest win so far this season. They'll enjoy it. They won't get to enjoy it for a few days like a normal big win. They're going to enjoy it for a couple of hours, and they'll be back on the court this afternoon at 3:30 against Corinth, Mississippi, who's in action as we speak right now against Ballard Memorial. They will meet up at 3:30 this afternoon. Bob, in between that, we'll run down the schedule. St. Louis Christian out of St. Louis, Missouri will take on Sci-Fair Learning Center out of Texas at 2 o'clock. We talked with some people today. We got a chance to see both of those teams for the boys last night. St. Louis appears to be the class of the tournament. They are up and down the floor, very athletic, a great team to watch. So if you get a chance, they play at 2 o'clock. We'll be back on the air at 3:30 with our girls against Corinth, Mississippi. It'll be Memphis Ridgeway, who played Caldwell County last night against Corinth, Mississippi's boys at 5 o'clock. Aspire Academy and Westridge Academy out of North Carolina take the floor at 6:30, and then our boys will wrap it up against Dyersburg, Tennessee tonight in the nightcap at 8 o'clock. We'll be back on the air also for that one tonight here from the cab. So for $7, you've got 6 more games today. It's a little over $1 a game to get in and watch this one. So a great place to be on a cold December day. So come on in and check out the basketball here at the cab.
And Dennis, while we got the next game underway, and the Lady Bombers just hit a banked 3-point shot for the first points of the game with 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter. So the Lady Bombers beating Caldwell County yesterday by 19. So again, you can use all the superlatives you want for what the Lady Tigers got done today, but again, a tremendous effort by the Lady Tigers in their victory 53-52 over the Lady Lakers from Calloway County.
And Bob, I just noticed that loss against Ballard yesterday, the first time Caldwell County's girls have lost in the West Kentucky Hoops Classic.
Oh, really? That's amazing.
They'd been undefeated up until that point, some very close games. They had that big triple, or no, the boys had the triple overtime. Caldwell beat Hickman last year and also beat Livingston Central. And the second day they beat Corinth, Mississippi in overtime. They did have an overtime game last year, 56-53. Coach Thomas looking forward to the competition that this tournament brings. Then you've got 3 straight home games to start the new year here, starting the 4th with a district game against Dawson. So a lot of basketball coming up here, and we'll have it on WPKY as Bob and Eric Jacobs and myself will team up on a lot of these games and bring them all to you here for Caldwell County. But Bob, any closing thoughts this morning on this one?
No, just again looking at the game, Lady Bombers have made 3 3-point baskets and lead 9-2 over Corinth, Mississippi. But getting back to our game, Dennis, no, it's one of those games where you want to sit back and relax and just contemplate what we saw. Yeah. Just a tremendous thrilling victory.
Yeah, great win by the Lady Tigers. We hope the next one is just as good. So we will. You may have something else, Bob.
Well, Ty reminded me if they want to have a thrill this afternoon, they can watch it again on YouTube.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. Get the replay on YouTube. That's worth the watch. I mean, tell your friends. I'm sure some of the players will be checking it out on YouTube this afternoon
or
to
tomorrow or the next day or
right.
what. But what a basketball game to watch and know that you've won it, so that you can just sit there relaxed.
Especially against one of the best players in the first region.
Yes.
In Charlie Settle. So that's going to do it for us right now. We'll be back on the air this afternoon, probably somewhere around 3:15 or so, if the schedule stays on target here at the West Kentucky Hoops Classic. Tip-off is scheduled for 3:30. So until then, for Ty Engelbright and Bob Hayes, I'm Dennis Stevens. We'll see you again this afternoon. Thank you for listening. This is Lady Tiger Basketball on WPKY.
Tonight's broadcast, Tiger and Lady Tiger Basketball, brought to you by Planters Bank, Community Medical Clinic, McDonald's, First Southern National Bank, the Princeton Electric Plant Board, Farmers Banking Trust Company, Tri-Series Incorporated, P-Law Electric, Caldwell Medical Center, Fredonia Valley Bank, Portner Gas Company, KST A&W, the Woodall Agency, McGregor Group, Heating and Air, Little Caesars Pizza, Cozy Living Furniture and Boutique, and Jeff Rousseau, attorney at law. Thank you for listening to Caldwell County